You're listening to an African Elements top news story for June 20th, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. Trump's mass deportation plan targets blue cities. Former President Donald Trump has issued a directive to federal immigration officials instructing them to prioritize deportations from cities largely run by Democrats. These include major urban centers such as Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. This move is part of a broader strategy to achieve what he calls the single largest mass deportation program in history. For many in our communities, particularly those who have witnessed or experienced the impacts of aggressive policing and systemic targeting, this plan raises serious concerns about civil liberties and the well-being of families. Trump announced this ambitious plan in a lengthy post on Truth Social. He called upon U.S. immigration and customs enforcement officials to do all in their power to achieve the very important goal of delivering the single largest mass deportation program in history. This directive follows weeks of increased enforcement efforts. Stephen Miller, a key architect of Trump's immigration policies, has indicated that ICE officers would aim for at least 3,000 arrests each day. This represents a significant increase from the approximately 650 arrests per day seen during the first 5 months of Trump's second term. A mass deportation program, as envisioned by a potential second Trump presidency, refers to a large-scale effort to remove individuals residing in the United States without legal authorization. The stated goal is to achieve the single largest mass deportation program in history. This ambitious target aims to significantly exceed previous deportation efforts by any administration. The program specifically targets individuals residing in the U.S. without legal authorization. Participants in this extensive program are expected to include the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and potentially even the United States Armed Forces. As of early 2025, reports indicate that 8,276 arrests and 6,577 detainers had already been lodged in connection with these efforts. This scale of operation suggests a profound shift in immigration enforcement, one that could deeply impact communities across the nation. Trump justifies targeting these cities by claiming they are the core of the Democrat power center. He asserts that Democrats use individuals he refers to as illegal aliens to expand their voter base, cheat in elections, and grow the welfare state. The term Democrat Power Center refers to major U.S. cities that typically have a strong Democratic political presence and a significant population of immigrants. These cities are often governed by Democratic mayors and city councils, and they tend to vote overwhelmingly for Democratic candidates in state and national elections. Trump specifically mentioned expanding efforts to detain and deport illegal aliens in America's largest cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York, claiming millions upon millions of illegal aliens reside there. While the term illegal aliens is used by some, a more neutral and legally precise term is undocumented immigrant or non-citizen. These terms generally refer to individuals who are residing in the United States without legal authorization. This can include those who entered the country without inspection, those who overstayed their visas, or those whose visas have been revoked. These targeted cities are also known as sanctuary cities. These are jurisdictions that have policies in place to limit their cooperation with federal immigration enforcement agencies, such as ICE. These policies often involve not using local resources to enforce federal immigration laws or not honoring ICE detainer requests without a judicial warrant. Trump, without presenting evidence, asserted that Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York allow people without citizenship to vote in federal elections. This claim is not true. It is widely established that non-citizens are generally not permitted to vote in federal, state, or most local elections in the United States. Claims of widespread voter fraud by non-citizens have been largely unsubstantiated by evidence. He also stated that these cities rob good-paying jobs and benefits from hardworking American citizens. During an interview at the G7 summit, Trump criticized Illinois Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker. He claimed Chicago was overrun with criminals. These statements, particularly those linking immigration to crime, often echo historical narratives used to demonize marginalized groups. Such rhetoric can create an environment of fear and suspicion, especially within Black and immigrant communities where the lines between federal enforcement and local policing can blur, leading to increased vulnerability. The directive to target Democratic cities with ICE raids has been interpreted by some as a retaliatory measure. This follows widespread No Kings protests against the Trump administration. The No Kings protests are a series of demonstrations that swept across the U.S. in response to what demonstrators perceive as authoritarian excesses by President Donald Trump. These protests occurred on a Saturday, with large gatherings in cities across America, including Washington, D.C. The scale of these demonstrations dwarfed the audience for Trump's birthday military parade. Secretary Duffy of the U.S. Department of Transportation stated that the department would not fund rogue state actors who refuse to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement. He added that cities allowing rioters to destroy transportation infrastructure should not expect federal funding. This suggests a direct link between perceived political opposition and the threat of financial penalties, further fueling the idea that these actions are politically motivated. Copyright African elements.